I give it all away. You're like my reason for life when my dreams seem so far away. You give me all that I don't fade. I don't wanna go to war. You don't wanna give me peace. I can never leave you alone, even when I'm overseas. If I gotta do a show, you coming with me. Baby girl, you a prime time. I don't care if everybody see. Couple weeks I had to leave, now coming back off road. Tell me you love me and tell me you love me and tell me you love me.
Now from the second city of Chicago, head down Lakeshore Drive and you find venerable Soldier Field, home of the Bears. This evening, the capper to this divisional round. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Chicago Bears on Sunday Night Primetime. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, and that's Kairos Santos to get us started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. Right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
Pitts is the man in motion. Now Penix to throw on second down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Flush to his right. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. So on fourth down, the Falcons bring on Bradley Pinion to punt, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. Off play action. Here's Williams. Early caught. It's DeAndre Swift. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. 11 yards on the pass there. First down, Chicago.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. This time they're ready for him. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
I'm not sure if there's anything more enjoyable for a football player than playing a game in the snow. But something for us to keep in mind throughout the rest of the day is typically the advantage is in the favor of the offense. You know where you're going. You know where the cuts are going to come. The defense has to react to you. Can they find a way to take advantage?
A play fake. Now Williams. That's a short throw caught by Komet. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Really nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads, they all played their responsibilities, and they're not able to pick up any additional yards after the catch. We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
6-yard attempt.
And that's going to run out of steam. It comes up short. No good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
I can tell you firsthand, Mike, snowy conditions are tough for everybody, but they can be especially tough on the kickers. You just can't practice this. There's nothing you can do to simulate your plant foot, the ground. In this case, it winds up no good.
They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll try to drive forward. Not a bad gain in these conditions. Give him about 5 yards.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Quick throw on the RPO, and he gets it to Mooney. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. To be third, they need one. Left side, and hands to Mooney. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. If you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down. He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
And it's going to throw again. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Third down, 3 to go. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. They will have it at the 24-yard line. That's enough for a first down.
Great work there by the interior of this offensive line, the center, the two guards, really working together to create that hole up the middle. And then it's just the vision of the back. Like there's a fine line between hitting that full speed, but also having a little bit of patience to let that play develop.
Moving to his right, and that is incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up second down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
On second down, Penix. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. Caleb McGarry, the guilty party there. On second down, here's Penix. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. And that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on.
Now Penix on third and long. Throw over the middle, caught by London. And he will not make it to the end zone, but he's down inside the 5-yard line. And how about that? Third and a mile. And they convert and pick up a first down. Robinson. And looked like he might have had a lead, but the defense closed quickly. He did not get in. Second down. Algier. And this one driven quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
This is a play, Mike, that makes me want to run down there, throw on a uniform, and try to help out. I mean, I think at this point, I could help clear enough room to get 1 yard. Heck, I may be able to get 1 yard myself. That's disappointing that they're unable to capitalize.
From back at the 5, here now third and goal. And go! They'll try to run with Robinson. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's fourth and goal.
A bit of a curious call there, Mike, on third and goal from this far out. You thought they would have turned to their passing game. They tried to catch the defense sleeping.
Now a flip to the kicker. It's a fake. That's caught.
Let's give this defensive unit a lot of credit. They come out thinking they're going to defend a field goal try, and next thing you know, they're defending the fake. But they were all in the right position. They were all executing their responsibilities. They don't fall for anything, and what was once a good drive has now come to an end.
Room to run past the 15. Room up the sideline at the 45. And he will be taken down, but what a run. And he's able to get it across midfield. What a run by Swift. 52 yards. Here's carry number 1 for Roshan Johnson. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. A big-time play for the Bears. 32 yards. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's first and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 12-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And he's in. What a drop. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown Bears.
So often these defenses come into the game, Mike, when they build their pass defense plan, there's tight ends, there's receivers, there's so many weapons that these offenses around the league have at their disposal. It can be easy sometimes to not account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what happened here. Easy throw, get it to the hands of one of the most dynamic guys on the field, and let them do the rest after the catch, and he takes it in for a touchdown.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Jamal Agnew now to return. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. On 1st and 10, it's Penix. That one to the sideline and incomplete, and a penalty flag now comes in late. Maybe no receiver in the area on that one. From the gun, here is Penix. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now a toss. Running left, it is Algier. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss. From the gun, it's Penix. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. DJ Edwards getting in for the sack. And now it's going to be 3rd and a mile. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That's to Mooney, complete right side. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Oh, how about the coverage there? Met and drop it before he can get a return goal. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. That'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. Caden Ellis in on that stop. It is 2nd and 6.
34-yard line.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. DeAndre Swift, the intended target. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Williams now to throw. We're trying to set up the screen here to Swift. That screen goes for 12. And that's a 1st down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. That's the rookie out of Missouri, Luther Burton. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing again, Williams. Pass to the tight end from that.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
On third down, here's Swift. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. They're going for it. Here's Williams. Exiting the pocket right. Oh, a dangerous throw there is intercepted. Picked off by Peyton Ellis. And he's going to be looking at a short field for the offense after the INT. Chance to tie the game or even take the lead. Shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. It was Kevin Byard that time to make the play. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 9. Another run here for Robinson. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Play close quickly. Here comes third down. From the gun on third down. Here's Penix. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And he'll get into the end zone. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Falcons.
He's lined up one-on-one, and it's a mismatch from the very beginning. He's just so fast, so big. He's kind of part tight end, part wide receiver, and when you have that type of skill set, it's just going to be hard to stop.
Runway coup now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons will level things out at 7 apiece. We're on top, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he'll take this past the 30. A gain of 6, marking at the 31.
A 7-yard pickup.
Second down, they need 3. Another run here. Another run by Swift. Oh, the ball comes out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a first down. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. On the give, it's Swift. And he'll be brought down at the, well, sure, Texas is as good as mine. Why don't we just say he gained about 3 yards?
Second and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Williams. To the left side, he's got Connect. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
For a Chicago Bears.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll go right back to Connect. He's got it again. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That is sweet. Gain of 16 on back-to-back plays. And another first down. Here comes Swift. They toss it right. And he'll try to drive forward. Not a bad gain in these conditions. We'll give him about 5 yards. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And Greg, not only do they pick them, they turn it into a pick six.
And Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it a second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball and they're able to take it all the way back for pick six.
Who's able to add the extra point. And the Falcons will move out to a 14-7 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Duvernay on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
And they're on the 31-yard line.
Williams on the RPO, going to get it out to Odunze. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's his first grab in this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Quick toss to Burton. No timeout signal for him, and he'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
Williams to throw on second down. He'll send this one deep for Odunze.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now. Like, he just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Set for the second half kickoff. One of these teams ready to book a date in the NFC Championship game next week. We are back at it with the third quarter. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Look at the three tight ends here on first and 10. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet she's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
He gets this complete to Burton. 17 yards on that play. Good for a Bears first down.
That's good for a Chicago Bears.
Here's Swift. And he proves tough to bring down. Good running across midfield. A gain of 8 that time. They will run it over center with Swift. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third.
He's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun. He's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll run out of the gun with Johnson. And we brought down at the, well, sure, this is as good as mine. Why don't we just say he gained about 3 yards?
It's now second and 6.
Ball on the 39. Here's second and 6. Throwing is Williams. And he let him a bit too much. That pass is incomplete.
So one of the elements of a good screen game is the quarterback having the timing in his head to know, I want to hold the ball long enough to get the rush to commit to me, to set up the blocking and set up the back behind him. But I also can't hold it on forever because then I don't have an opportunity to deliver the ball. So it was really more of the latter here where he's trying to hold on as long as he can. The pressure just gets to him a little too fast and the ball falls incomplete.
And he's going to take this all the way to the Bears' 8-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. And even 30 yards.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll run with Johnson. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long sustained drives on the ground, you kick a...
And he will score! Roshan Johnson, touchdown Chicago. Good drive, they kept the ball, they moved it effectively down the field, and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
We are all square, 14 apiece to score as this one's away. Agnew on the return. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up second and 2.
30-yard line is a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
They'll go again with Robinson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll look to pick this up, third and a yard. On third and 1, here's Penix. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
They'll try and throw it with Penix. Escaping the pressure right. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on fourth and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
It's always a gamble anytime you go for fourth down on your side of the field, but they clearly thought they had a play that they liked, but the defense came up huge, and now their offense is going to have a chance to capitalize and take advantage of this short field. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
In trouble, and down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down.
That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big third down pickup for a first down. It was 3rd and 16, and they got 17. And a new set of downs. Quick throw there. That's going to wind up incomplete, but the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open. So the incompletion brings up 2nd down.
At the 21-yard line.
Here's Williams. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. It separates the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. Not exactly sure what the issue was there, Mike. I mean, from this distance, you don't expect the ball to be short. I mean, at least get it there. In this case, he hits the crossbar, and the ball bounces back.
They'll run with Robinson. And we brought down at the, well, check is as good as mine. Why don't we just say he gained about 3 yards? From 31. Here is 2nd down and 7. They'll throw. It's Penix. The pressure there got 2 on the as he do it, and pass ball is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
On 3rd down, Penix. Left side, in the hands of London. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? The reality is they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Penix. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as this defense can't come up with the play they need. They surrender a gain of 17 on 4th down. And here's Bijan. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
This play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. Right side, that's made by McLeod. And a good job rallying for the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making timeouts are out there.
In punt formation.
Ball security a must in these conditions. Fair catch called for and taken without issue.
14-yard line.
The start is on the ground with Johnson. And it's brought down after a gain of
Tackle made to the 16-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Look him up on a second down and 8. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. Second down, 8 yards to go. A play fake. Now Williams. That's to the Michigan man, Colston Loveland. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He'll swing this out to Johnson. And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good game. On first down, they pick up 7 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 44-yard line, here's second and 3. On the ground, it's Johnson. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 33 yards. Here's Williams on first and 10. A pass taken in by Johnson. And good work defensively to slow him up before he could get free. He's ushered out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes it's easy for a defense to lose track of a running back, especially when he leaks out from the backfield, but not the case here. They kept eyes on him the whole time. Comes in, makes a sure tackle, and drops him for a loss.
And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't point out enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Third and short yardage. Here's Williams. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
It's clear from that third down call, Mike, that they had already made up their mind that they would go for it on fourth down. Figure they still have that extra down in their pocket on the defensive side of the field. Now is the time to continue to be aggressive.
The Bears will use one of their timeouts here as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming.
21-yard line.
To the 5-yard line.
Pickup of 2 brings up second and goal.
Second and goal. A shotgun snap, and they'll get it to Johnson. And he will kick this one across into the end zone. Roshan Johnson, touchdown Chicago. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. On incentives for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Bears have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Agnew on the return. Oh, wow, they are hitting now. It's been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return.
At their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Slot man with a move in motion left. Headed left, buying time. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the lines.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this...
Oh, he gets a good read defensively and intercepts it. It's the veteran safety, Evan Byard. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
So they're implementing a cover 2 system, and what that means is, on the back end, Mike, your 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. They got to cover from the middle of the field all the way to the sideline. So they got to have range, they got to have great instincts, and then when they get a chance to get their hands on the ball, they got to be picks.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Second down and 8. A quick throw, the RPO is complete. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. On the handoff, it's Johnson. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down. So now the Brazilian-born Cairo Santos in a big spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead.
I think apart from the wind, when you talk about kicking in the elements, Mike, I think the snow has to be the kicker's worst nightmare. It's just so hard to have the confidence that when you stick that plant foot, it's not going to give way. So give credit. That was really well done.
Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
They run over center with Robinson. And it'll be brought down at the, church X is as good as mine. I would just say gained about 3 yards. They'll go up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. And is downfield to the tight end Pitts. He's got a touchdown out of the books from earlier, and that catch gives him a 1st down. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That one down the field, but they cannot get it, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. second down. Shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. He'll pop his head for about 4, but it will set up third down.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
From the gun, here is Penix. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. And he will get into the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
At their own 20-yard line.
So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Taken down.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
Toss right. Here comes Johnson. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop it for no gain yet again. And now it's third down.
Brings up third
You know,
down.
at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
A tough spot here. Third and long. They'll drop to throw. That's caught left side by Agunze. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Chicago.
That's good for a Chicago Bears. First and 10.
They're going to run this over the center with Johnson. And going to be taken down right at midfield. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down. Defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. So this one in the win column for the Bears. They will continue on in these playoffs